Thank you so much. Now to the south state of Cross River, where Governor Bassey Otu's People First agenda is reshaping the state's infrastructure from new roads and modern schools to improved healthcare facilities. TVC News reporter Tina Kweke takes a closer look at how these projects are making a real difference in people's lives. Right, we'll be speaking with Tina Kweke, who is in Calabar, and she's joining me on the news from more insight. Tina, let's get insight into what Governor Otu framed as his agenda as people first, with visible projects in roads, schools, and healthcare. From your reporting, which was supposed to play actually, residents generally feel this impact is in their daily lives, or do they think it's just a matter of political branding?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm very sure everyone who is in Calabar, Cross River State, feels the dividend of Bassey Otu administration. In fact, they target the season of sweetness. And the scale and the spread of this progress as from the northern axis, where the farmers now enjoy smoother roads to transport their goods down to Calabar, where the renovated offices, libraries, and inner city roads are changing outlooks of the capital. So it's clear that the first people's agenda is touching both urban and rural communities. Well, from what the governor says, is not political. It's one of the vision that he put up to ensure that as soon as we assume office, everyone who is in Calabar, Cross River State at large, feels the dividend of democracy, feels it wherever they are. So ranging from road infrastructure to projects. And he also, upon assumption of his office, said that he will consolidate on the gains of the past administration, which is very evident here in Calabar. Well, if you are in Calabar, you're just coming into Calabar, you will experience a fresh breath air. Let me just take you through the library, where we have the projects that have been dilapidated a very long time. That project in Calabar is housed actually the first maximum prison that had stood over 135 years. The walls of that prison is actually there today. But that facility is housing the library. Now, you will agree with me that some administrations, especially, let me start from the military administration of UJS Suene and Brigadier Omu initiated that project. And as that project goes on, subsequent administration come. They could not, bring it up to terms until assumption of the first civilian governor of Cross River State. I'm talking about Clement Ebri, who took it upon himself, finalized it, and opened it up for use. That project gets on, and people can access that project today.
Yeah, Tina, looking at Governor Otu's promise, he actually promised to build on his predecessor's achievements in Nigerian politics. But then, if you see Nigerian politics, we often see new administrations abandon old projects. In practical terms, did you find evidence that this government is actually ensuring continuity, or is there required sidelining of what came before?
No, you'll agree with me that on assumption of office, he actually said that he will consolidate on the gains of the previous administration. He didn't mince words. Let me start with health. The present administration is ensuring that each ward in the 196 political wards of the state have a functional health center. Most of these health centers, especially the one in Akwabuyo, was initiated by the former governor of Cross River State, Governor Ben Ayade. And the governor of this day, Governor Bassey Otu, has directed that renovation should get onto that. That's not alone. You go to Akampa, you'll also see a facility that has been moribund at Oban. And that facility is receiving some fresh breath air this moment. So it's not, I don't think it's just a message. He is putting those things in words, ensuring that they come to play.
Absolutely. Tina, you've actually done justice, regarding the activities, going on in Cross River State. Thank you so much for your insight. Thank you. Right, so quite beautiful. That's about it from news from the States. We'll definitely always bring you more stories as much as you will always, get from us right here in TVC News. But Precious, it's good to hear that, some of the feelers we're getting from the States, the governors seem to be kind of waking up, especially with the ×3 of what they get from the removal of first subsidy, talking about the federal allocation. But one story that actually stands out for me is that of Adamawa State, where they are receiving their, the retirees and the pensioners are getting their monies as and when due. Do you think that's a positive feat?
Well, it is, because every time we hear about pensioners, or almost every other time we hear about pensioners in Nigeria, what we hear is really subtle. Is either they are protesting, unpaid allowances, or they are saying increase it.
That's right.
But it's good to hear that governors are paying. But my major challenge with the pension here in the country is that it varies from state to state. Right? They don't all pay the same thing.
That's right.
Some pay really well. There are states that pay as low as 10,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira, according to reports. And that's how bad it is. So it's not just about paying. It's also about how much are you paying. Some states are also more compliant than others. Others take a long time and then eventually clear it all. Some have died and cannot even receive their pension. Yeah. It's something that we should really, really, begin to address. We don't talk about it enough. The federal government did something recently which was really remarkable, increasing it to 32,000 naira. And I'm thinking, that's fine. States should take the lead. Yeah. We should not have, so if we're saying minimum wage is 70,000 naira, maybe pensioners, it should be compulsory that pensioners should take the last minimum wage, right? If you say it's 70,000 naira, then the last one was 30, don't pay them less than 30.
Absolutely.
At least, these are senior citizens.
Yeah, these are people who have served all their life, 35 years, several years, and then at the end of the day, they queue and did not get even their monies. Some even, fall down from the queue. But it's okay that we are beginning this, we've been having this conversation, but it's okay that the government is beginning to, listen to the plight of these people. But one thing is, bring up the reforms, bring up the policies and programs, but exactly how much are you doing to ensure that, yes, it cuts across the entire state and, of course, the federation?
It's how you treat the pensioners that would determine whether young people want to work in the civil service at all. That's why a lot of young people don't want to work in the civil service. It's not just about the pay, and some of those who work, do other things because they don't want to get stuck in old age where they have nothing. I mean, you look at all your years.
That's why they're becoming crazy.
I'm telling you, 30 years, you have nothing to show for it.
Absolutely.
And so they have to pay them well and pay them their pension. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. That was news from States. We'll continue to bring you news from the States on Monday. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. That's TVC News at 1. For more updates on the stories we're monitoring, you can visit our website. It's www.tvcnews.tv. Now you can also follow us on our social media handles. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and on X at TVC News NG. We also have updates for your WhatsApp and Telegram at TVC News Nigeria. Now on YouTube, we're live at TVC News Nigeria. Thanks for watching. Coming up next is Business Nigeria.